Hello everyone, I'm Suparna, your English teacher from Government Senior Secondary School, Phase 11, Mohali. I welcome you all in our today's session of English. Students, we have done the chapters A Treasure Hunt Part 1 previously. I hope you all remember the story. And now we are here with the chapter of the Treasure Hunt Part 2. But look, before going ahead, I wish you all have done your assignment that I gave you to create the story, what you will do if you find a treasure map. And I wish you all have done that very well. Don't forget to check it down from your teacher to see the ideas, the story you have made. So now students, we are moving ahead with the part 2 of the chapter, A Treasure Hunt. But wait, before going ahead, just have the activity of recapitulation to get the idea, to collect the ideas, what we have done in the story previously. Students, here is the picture of the part 1, what it was, what you have read. So, here we have few characters that we have read about in our previous lecture. What it is? Sheep, Sagar, very good, lion, and an eagle. So now students, we are going to do the recapitulation activity before going ahead with the part 2. What you have to do, fill in the blanks on the basis of your story reading of the first part of the story. Here we have the paragraph. Read it and try to fill the blanks that I left for you. Sagar went to a dash. There he found an ancient dash. In the book he saw a treasure dash. He set off for the dash hunt. On his way he met a dash and a dash. All the three joined him in the treasure hunt. They all dash one another. So have few seconds to get the words from your previous reading of the story, the treasure hunt part 1. So students, here we have the answers, and I am pretty sure you all have done over on your note copies, fill in the blanks, the recapitulation of the story. So here it is. Sagar went to a library. There he found an ancient book. In the book he saw a treasure map. Yes, he set off for the treasure hunt. On his way he met a lion, an eagle, and a sheep. All three joined him in the treasure hunt. They all helped one another to reach where they are about to go, where they are about to reach from the map. For what? The treasure hunt. Yes, to find that very valuable jewels, gold, silver, money, and priceless things. Just by following the map that Sagar had found in the library, where it was in an ancient book. When he took that book to read, what he found? A map, a treasure hunt map. So now he is over on their journey. Go ahead. But wait, before going to the reading of part 2, let's have learning new words and their meanings in the given context. As I told you before too, that if we have vocabulary, we can learn and understand things very well. So here we have the words. Number 1, desert. It means a large dry area of land where few plants and animals can live. Number 2, galloping means running or moving quickly. Number 3, drowned means to die in water. Number 4, wisdom means the ability to make sensible decisions and be wise. And number 5, ocean means the mass of salt water that covers most of the surface of the earth. And number 6 is agreed, means to have the same opinion as somebody. So students, we have done the words and the meanings. It will be quite helpful for us and for you especially to understand the chapter part 2, the treasure hunt. Here is the reading. The 4 finally reached the desert where they saw a camel. You are called the ship of the desert. Will you join our treasure hunt and help us get across the desert? Sagar asked the camel. The camel agreed. The lion, the sheep, and Sagar mounted the camel and set off happily across the vast desert. So students, where they reach? Who 4? Finally 4 reached the desert. Who 4? Sheep, Sagar, lion and an eagle. These 4 finally reached the desert. They were following the map for what? To find the treasure, right? So they all finally reached the desert where they saw a camel, because we know who lives in the deserts? Camel, yes. And again Sagar flattered the camel by his very impressive words. What he said? You are called the ship of the desert. And he proposed for his help. Will you join a treasure hunt and help us to get across the desert? The camel got very much impressed and he said to the Sagar, yes, I will. The camel agreed, and then the lion, the sheep and Sagar mounted the camel and set off happily across the vast desert. The eagle kept guiding them. The camel began galloping. Crossing the desert on the camel's back was thrilling. The 5 finally reached the ocean where they met a turtle. Can you help us to cross the ocean? We are on a treasure hunt, said Sagar to the turtle. The turtle agreed and joined the lion, the eagle, the sheep, the camel and Sagar. The rough waves almost drowned them, but the turtle swam skillfully and took them across the ocean. So what the narrator is saying here, the eagle kept guiding them because it has very sharp eyes. Eagle is very much famous for its eyesight. The eagle kept guiding them from the high sky where they have to move on, where they have to go on. It keep on alarming about the dangers because they have crossed the jungle, desert, valleys, and eagle keep guiding them all the ways. The camel began galloping. He started moving fastly because it is called the ship of the desert. Crossing the desert on the camel's back was thrilling. Students, as we know, the camel ride is very much exciting and thrilling. They all were very much excited. The 5 finally reached the ocean. When they reached the ocean, where they met a turtle. Turtle, can you help us to cross the ocean? And here again, Sagar adored the turtle with its very sweet words. What he said, can you please help us to cross the ocean? We are on a treasure hunt, said Sagar to the turtle. And the turtle agreed to it because the way Sagar proposed for its help, it said, yes, I do. So the turtle agreed and joined them all. Who? The lion, the king, the lion, the eagle, the sheep, the camel and Sagar. Then the rough waves almost drowned them. They were about to sink in the ocean, but turtle, it is very much famous for swim in the ocean. So it swam skillfully and helped them all to cross the ocean. With the turtle They all crossed the ocean very finely. So now they became 6. The 6 of them met an owl on the other side. The old owl spoke from his ancient wisdom. Congratulations, you have found the treasure. Where it is? They all asked in surprise. At the end, students, where they reached. When they crossed the ocean, there they met an old owl over the other side of the ocean. And the owl spoke from his ancient wisdom. Congratulations, well done. You all have found the treasure. You all have found that very valuable things, jewels of life, gold, money, and above all that very priceless things. And they all got very much surprised where it is, as they cannot see anything over there. No money, no gold, no jewels, no precious stones. So they asked in surprise to the owl, where it is, where is the treasure? And then all said to them, together you have crossed the forest, climbed the mountains, braved the desert, and swum across the ocean. You could never have done it without the help of one another, said the owl. They all looked at one another and realized that the owl was right. They had found friendship. Indeed, they had found the greatest treasure ever. So now, students, here is a lesson for the lifetime's sake. A life's moral of the story is, together, what the owl said, together, you all together have crossed forest, that very scared place where one feels very much frightened to go. But with the help of one another, they have crossed the forest, climbed the mountains. As we know, climbing over on the mountains is very much dangerous, and we should not do it without the assistance of the guide. But they did it. They have crossed the mountains, braved the desert. It is very much sandy area. We are very much aware of the thing that we cannot go there by foot, as the sand and the sandy storm is very much dangerous for us, for anyone who go there, and even it could be very much harmful if one is lost over there. But they crossed the desert with the help of one another, with the help of camel. First, Sagar crossed the forest with the help of lion, then with the help of camel, then they crossed the ocean with the help of turtle. And we cannot forget the eagle. They just have crossed the valley, that very valley, with the help of eagle. So all said them, you have found the treasure for the lifetime. That is their friendship, their cooperation, their assistance to one another. Because they all looked at one another and realized that the owl was right, because he was saying right things. They have found it very good and very clearly, and it is very much aware to everyone that we cannot do anything alone over on this very beautiful planet Earth, but with the help of one another we can do great things in a very easy way, but not without hard work. So what was the treasure they found? A very beautiful bond of human beings, friendship. They have found friendship, because if you are in a good friendship, it can help you to overcome the terrible things of your life, the dangers of your life. It is indeed a very much greater and greatest treasure of life, the help, the assistance, and the cooperation of our fellow beings. And they just have found it. And when they realized, all of them realized, yes, we have found the great treasure, and the treasure is friendship. So this is the theme of the story, the treasure hunt. What is the treasure, students? The treasure is a very bond of friendship, that very bond one cannot never deny to have. So they have found the treasure, and they have done the things that seems very much difficult to them, When they are alone. But with the help of one another, they just have surpassed all the terrible things, all the things that come over on their way. And at last they found that very treasure, the treasure hunt, where they have started the journey, and at the end they found it very easily, but not without hard work. So it is the theme of the story, students. They have found the treasure, and that is friendship. Now I wish you have understand the value of relationship, value of your classmates, because if you help them, they will help you in back in everything. And obviously in the learning of the chapter 2, after reading the chapter, students, here we have some activities to check whether we have understood the chapter. So go with it. Post reading activity, vocabulary expansion. This is very much important. So students, here we have 4 pictures, and above there are 4 phrases in the box. Choose one word for each picture. There is a dense forest, a galloping camel, craggy mountains, a swimming turtle. Take few seconds and get the words which fits for each picture. Very good, students, you have done it very well. The first is a dense forest, as it quite seems clear. Number 2 is craggy mountains. Number 3, a swimming turtle. Number 4, a galloping camel. Now students, here we have the reading activities. What you have to do? Choose the correct option. Number 1, A. Who helped them to get across the desert? The lion helped them, the sheep helped them, the camel helped them. And number 2, where did they meet a turtle? They met a turtle when they reached the ocean. They met a turtle on the mountain. They met a turtle in the forest. So students, take few seconds to get the answer of the options. Here we have the answers. Who helped them to get across the desert? Yes, the king of desert, camel. The camel helped them. Where did they meet a turtle? Yes, you are right. They met a turtle when they reached the ocean. See, whom did the 6 of them meet on the other end of the ocean? They met an elephant, they met an old man, they met an old owl. D. What did they find? They found friendship, they found gold, they found money. So take few seconds to get the right options, and here we have the answers. Yes, whom did the 6 of them meet on the other end of the ocean? And the right option is they met an owl. Very good, students. And D is, what did they find? They found friendship. Yes, the theme of the story, they found friendship at the end. Now students, read it very carefully. To whom do the bold words refer in the following sentences? Try to focus on the bold words and think to whom it refers. Number 1, the eagle agreed and joined the 2. Whom to? Think about it. Number 2, the eagle watched every step they took with his sharp eyes. Who they? I know you are getting the answers. Number 3, there they met a sheep. Who they? I know you know the answers. The next option is, they are called, you are called the sheep of the desert. Whose sheep? So students, here we have the answers. The eagle agreed to join the 2, and the answer is, the word 2 refers to the lion and Sagar. Number 2, the eagle watched every step they took with his sharp eyes, and the word they refers to the lion and Sagar. Number 3, there they met a sheep. Who they? The word they refers to the lion, the eagle and Sagar. And number 4, you are called the ship of the desert. And the word ship refers to the camel, as we all know that camel is the ship of the desert, as it can just run through the sand very much with the high speed. So students, here we have the opposite words. Read the word and try to get the meaning of it. What is the opposite of the words that I have listed here? The number 1 is ancient. Number 2 is brave. Number 3 is easy. Number 4 is agree. Number 5 is found. Number 6, vast. Number 7, swim. So keep your pens and copies ready to write down the opposite of the words. So here it is. The opposite of the word ancient is, yes, modern. And the opposite of the word brave is, yes, cowardly. And then the opposite of the word easy is, very good, you all are doing very well, it's difficult. And the opposite of the word agree is, yes, it's disagree. And the opposite of the word found is, I know you know the answer, lost. And the opposite of the word vast is, it is tiny. Very good, students. And I'm pretty sure you know the opposite of the word swim too. And the opposite of the word swim is sink. Very well done, students. You all are doing very great. So here we have the post reading activities too again. So now students, read this paragraph and then speak after your teacher. From the beginning, you have just listened to the chapter very much carefully. You know how to pronounce the words with proper stress and intonation. Now read it after the teacher, but before that, listen to the words very carefully how your teacher speaks. The 6 of them met an owl on the other side. The old owl spoke from his ancient wisdom. Congratulations! Congratulations! You have found the treasure. Where it is? They all asked in surprise. Together you have crossed the forest, climbed the mountains, braved the desert, and swum across the ocean. You could never have done it without the help of one another, said the owl. They all looked at one another and realized that the owl was right. They had found friendship. Indeed, they had found the greatest treasure ever. And students, it is your listening and speaking practice, and simultaneously, I know this is the theme of the story. Theme of the story, the treasure hunt. I know you have read and understood it very much carefully, and I wish you all apply it to your daily life routine too, to help one another. So now students, here it is a home assignment for you. Suppose you are Sagar, just feel the same as we have done in the story, Sagar, and you went for the treasure hunt. Write a letter to your friend, narrating to him the whole incident. As we have read the story, we have read how he had completed his journey for the treasure hunt, whom he met throughout the way he was passing. And you all have to make a story. Take the character Sagar and the fellow mates who he had met in the story. No doubt you can meet someone else, some other friends, some people in your life if you want to find something. That could be anything, students. So try to make a story of your own over on the topic, the treasure hunt. I again read the topic for you. Suppose you are Sagar. Just suppose everything that we have read in the story, as you have understood it very well. Suppose you are Sagar and you went for a treasure hunt. Write a letter, describe everything that you felt, that you understood in the story. The lion, the journey, the story, the theme line, and above all, don't forget to write the theme of the story, that is friendship, the cooperation of the fellow beings. I hope you all will write a very beautiful letter to your friend, telling and describing the story of the treasure hunt. And I wish you all the very good luck for your first writing of your own, to find out the words, the idea that is going over on your mind. Good luck and have a beautiful day. Thank you. And it is the chapter Initiative by Department of School Education. Take care.